first glance, the Buffalo Bills versus Detroit Lions are very similar. The number 1 and number 2 scoring offenses in the league, but we need to decipher both of these teams, and there are some sneaky differences. Now, another similarity before we get into the differences is Josh Allen versus Jared Goff, and we can clearly see here quarterback rating slightly better for Goff, but total yards, total touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions for Josh Allen, signaling to me that Josh Allen has done a much better job than Jared Goff this season. Knowing that these prolific offenses for the Buffalo Bills and Detroit Lions are going to be going against our defenses, I wanted to examine the Buffalo Bills defense compared to the Detroit Lions defense to see if we can see any differences. And later in the video, we're going to see some differences with their offenses too. Currently, the Detroit Lions are 10th best in the NFL, allowing 318 yards per game, whereas the Buffalo Bills are 14th in the NFL, allowing 332 yards per game. So relatively close. We all know it's not just about yards per game, it's about being effective in scoring points. So the Detroit Lions are currently tied for second in the NFL for only allowing 18 points per game, whereas the Buffalo Bills are down here at 7th overall in the NFL, allowing 20.6 points per game. What I wanted to do is break down the flaws in the Detroit Lions defense and really see how Joe Brady and the Buffalo Bills plan to exploit this defense. So how are the Detroit Lions doing against the run? How are they doing against the pass? And are one of those better or worse? Now, at first glance, the Detroit Lions rushing yards per game allowed defensively is at 93.9, which is the 5th best in the NFL. And when you take a look at the Buffalo Bills, we are currently here 20th in the NFL, which is much below average, allowing 123 rushing yards per game. Again, Detroit Lions less than 100 at 93.9 rushing yards per game. So clearly, if you're the Detroit Lions viewing the Buffalo Bills, you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to try to establish the run against the Buffalo Bills. Even though they're halfway decent defensively, they are 20th best in the NFL against the run, and they're going to try to exploit that. Now, the Buffalo Bills viewing the Detroit Lions saying, hey, wait, they're 5th best in the NFL against the run. Would it be smart to run the ball against the Detroit Lions' 5th best rushing attack defensively? Now, I found the hole in the Detroit Lions defense, and we can clearly see here that the Buffalo Bills are doing much better against the pass defensively than the Detroit Lions. So the Bills are 9th best in the NFL against the pass defensively, whereas the Detroit Lions are 24th best in the NFL against the pass. So the Buffalo Bills viewing this are saying, hey, wait, look, you know, the Detroit Lions might be able to run the ball against us, and they are probably going to come out to try to establish the run. But the Detroit Lions defensive passing is really bad going against Josh Allen, who had better numbers than Jared Goff. So if we're worried about the Detroit Lions keeping Josh Allen on the sidelines, establishing the run, winning the time of possession, well, unfortunately for the Detroit Lions, they're horrible against the pass, and Josh Allen and his capabilities of Matt Collins and Amari Cooper and now Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, and everyone involved in this offense, I think Josh Allen has every capability of running up the score in this game to take the Detroit Lions out of running the football and getting them to pass against the strength of this Buffalo Bills defense. Now, offensively, we already saw that the Detroit Lions are number 1 and the Buffalo Bills are number 2 scoring offenses in the NFL. And when we take a look at the total yards per game, Detroit is 2nd in the NFL with 394. The Buffalo Bills are 10th in the NFL at 355. But again, what are the differences here? What are the Buffalo Bills good at? Are we better at passing the football? Are we better at running it? Is Detroit doing better passing the football? How are they doing running the football? Total passing yards for the Detroit Lions currently have them 4th best in the NFL at 243.8 yards. Now, interesting, the Buffalo Bills are all the way down here at 12th, which is still halfway decent, but not as good as 4th best in the NFL at 229.3 yards. This is what makes the Detroit Lions so dangerous. It's because they have a well-balanced offense. They are 4th best in the NFL at rushing the football at 151.1, and the Buffalo Bills down here at roughly 10th overall at 125.7. Buffalo Bills and Detroit Lions match up very well, and this could very well be a preview of the Super Bowl this upcoming year. And knowing that the Detroit Lions defense isn't necessarily great going against the pass and going against Josh Allen, who is in talks of being MVP and should be MVP. I think this really helps out the Buffalo Bills and our total capabilities in keeping up with the Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions offense really has proved to be a passing attack, a running attack. They could do a little bit of both. But knowing that the Buffalo Bills really have been hurt against the run so far this year, we have to make sure that we're going to be able to catch up and run up the score or have that capability to be up by 2 or more possessions in this game. And if we do that, we can make the Detroit Lions one-dimensional. We need to focus on making the Detroit Lions one-dimensional. Get them out of what makes that offense comfortable, what makes Jared Goff comfortable, running the football, play action, opening things up. If we could run up the score, take the Detroit Lions out of running the football, force them to pass against the strength of this defense. Now, I know Rasul Douglas, Taylor Rapp are a little bit banged up going into this game, which definitely won't help us. But coming off that loss against the LA Rams, a lot of bickering going on about this defensive line, calling out Brandon Beane for overpaying Von Miller and Ed Oliver. I think these players have heard that. I think we're going to come in with an added edge and a chip on our shoulder after that game. And knowing that this is a preview of what could be the Super Bowl, I think we're each fighting for the same thing, right? We're not fighting for a playoff spot. Detroit is in the playoffs. Buffalo Bills are in the playoffs. This is simply for seeding. And I think this is just going to be a great day to build some character, to go into this game with a playoff mentality, with a Super Bowl attitude, to mimic what it's going to be like to possibly play in the Super Bowl this year. This is going to be great practice for Bills Mafia going against one of the best teams in the NFL. A good slug match. And I think this is just going to only make us better. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. You guys are ordering the Buffalo Fan Shop. I just got my new shirt here. We have long sleeve, we have hoodies, we have black, blue, gray, red. The BNC chicken wing merch is linked down below with free shipping. Sizes small all the way up to 5XL. It is a great holiday gift. Get your orders in now. Over 50 reviews and they are all 5-star. The quality is excellent. It's machine washable. Like I said, you can get hoodies, long sleeves, different colors. There's a Zumba style too that we just released too. We got a few orders in of that. If you want one of these shirts, make sure to order right now immediately so that the order gets in on time for Christmas, the holiday season. Just make sure to get your orders in. I will make sure to get these printed out immediately to you and send them out. I'm really not making much money on them, but really the goal is just to see my logo in the stands. Again, 50 reviews, all 5-star reviews, high quality material. I picked the best of the best. So check it out, link down below. Appreciate you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.